A hero?
Not really. It's just something you got to do for the community, mate. It's like,
Right.
yeah, no. Well, me mate's mum.
Odds of the day.
All right, you're back for another episode of Aussie English Explained. Good on ya. Let's get into it. This is the Aussiest interview ever. This is another video from the Today Show, and I think that the difficulty with this video is probably more the accent. There's a few phrases that he uses here that are a bit hard to understand, so...
Happened.
Oh, well, it's really quite funny. I was in bed sleeping at 2 o'clock this morning. My wife comes.
Yes, you did hear him correctly. He said me wife. It's common for some people in Australia to say me something instead of my something. I would say this is more common in country areas and maybe outer suburbs, less common in the cities.
In and says, oh, the shop's been, someone ran into the shop. And I said,
Someone ran into the shop. So to run into something means to bump something or crash into something. Not different to run inside somewhere.
oh, what? So I jumped out of bed and all I had was me undies on. I
All I had was me undies on. So me undies meaning my underwear.
walked out the front and I've seen the car smashed and I've seen the bloke walking back to the car. And so I've walked outside and I said, oh, what are you doing, mate? Like, you can't be leaving the scene. And he goes, don't be a hero, mate. And I said, I'm not trying to be.
Don't be a hero, mate. So don't be a hero, mate. So you might hear this if there is a problem. Let's say that this guy has a problem and then this other person comes in and tries to like save the day and fix the problem and gets involved. Then, the first guy might say, oh, don't be a hero, mate. You don't need to get involved. Also, just want to highlight the use of mate here. This is not so friendly. This is the mate that's kind of, less friendly, pointing out that someone is doing something that is frustrating. So, what are you doing, mate? Like, stop it, mate.
Hero, but the police are coming. And he just decided he'd scoot up the road.
Scoot up the road. To drive quickly up the road.
I just said, nah, it's not going on like that, mate. So I jumped in my car
It's not going on like that, so I'm not going to let that happen.
and I started chasing him up the road. And then he went down a side street and then the police were coming and I flashed them and sent them off in the direction of him. But, mate, all I had was me Jocks on.
Had was me Jocks on, so Jocks is also slang for underwear.
I was chasing him up the street and I'm just like, mate, like...
Because you told me that this is your mate's shop and you didn't want him to get away.
Yeah, well,
Carl there, he knows that this is very special.
me mate's mum's had this shop for like 40 odd years. And
Your mate's mum's had this shop for 40 odd years, so 40 odd years meaning like roughly 40 years.
look at it. Look at it. Whoa.
It's a mess, isn't it?
Beyond a mess. Oh, like, words can't explain how it is, mate. Like,
Words can't explain this phrase here, meaning that someone ideally is kind of overwhelmed and that they can't express their feelings in words. This has become quite a common phrase to describe, like a bad situation.
And you managed to put some pants on in the meantime.
yeah, mate.
It's good to hear. Do you feel like a hero?
Not really. It's just something you got to do for the community, mate. It's like, you look after your mates and your mates will always look after you.
There you go. Good attitude. There you go, guys. Daniel, quite the Australian hero here this morning. As for the owners of the fish and chip shop, well, they are insured, but there is a big mess to clean up this morning.
Oh, wouldn't you like to live next door to Daniel?
Odds of the day.
Yeah, thanks a lot.
Jess, what Daniel needs to realise, Daniel, if you can hear me, all good superheroes wear their jocks on the outside, so it kind of fits the brief, pardon the pun.
Yeah, but I had
All good superheroes wear their jocks on the outside as a reference to Superman and, superheroes who look like they're wearing their underwear on the outside of their clothing. Fits the brief, pardon the pun. So the pun here, if you weren't clear on that, basically the brief, meaning like the job description or the summary, he fits the brief. On the other hand, brief meaning underwear. So that's the pun.
nothing on bar me Jocks.
Yeah, Lisa.
Well, you missed that bit of the uniform, but that's okay. You're a hero in our eyes.
Wow.
Well done, Daniel.
Yeah, cheers. Thanks a lot, guys.
Goes to show what you can achieve in your underwear.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, Jessica Millwood. Check in with you again shortly.
At the end there, Carl says Australian of the Year. So there is actually an award ceremony where the Australians of the Year are picked for doing really great things contributing to Australian society. So Carl suggests that he should be Australian of the Year. Great, so highly recommend to watch that video again and And don't forget to like and subscribe if you like our content. It helps us to keep it all going. So thanks a lot, and I'll see you next time.